For centuries, crowns have symbolized power, prestige, and divine right. These magnificent headpieces, adorned with dazzling jewels and intricate designs, have been worn by royals across the world. Many have been lost to time, stolen, or destroyed, but some still survive today, preserved in museums, treasuries, and royal collections. In this video, we'll take a journey through history, exploring some of the most iconic crowns that still exist to be admired by us in the modern days. Let's start. The first one is called Crown of Princess Blanche. Crowns were not only worn by kings, but members of the royal family would often be given a lesser crown to show that they were also members of the elite. The oldest English-owned crown belonged to Princess Blanche, daughter of Henry IV. The crown belonged to one of the queens of Richard II of England, most probably Queen Anne of Bohemia. When he was deposed by Henry IV, all of his jewels passed to the ownership of the new monarch. As a new king, who some thought of as a usurper, Henry wanted to marry his children to important allies to show his family was legitimate. His daughter Blanche was married off to Louis, son of the King of Germany. As part of Blanche's dowry, the crown was sent to Europe with her. This crown is famously the oldest surviving royal crown to have been in England, dating back between 1370 to 1380. It has also been described as one of the finest achievements of the Gothic goldsmith and includes diamonds, rubies, emeralds, sapphires, enamel, and pearls. Today, it can be found in a treasury in Munich. The Imperial Crown of Russia. The Imperial Crown of Russia has borne witness to some of the most pivotal moments in Russian history. It graced the heads of rulers like Catherine the Great, Alexander I, and Nicholas II, witnessing the expansion of the empire, wars, political upheavals, and ultimately the fall of the Romanov dynasty. Although the Romanov dynasty endured until 1917, the crown made its final public appearance in 1906 during the inauguration of the inaugural State Duma. Crafted in the early 18th century for the coronation of Catherine the Great in 1762 by Jeremy Posey, the Imperial Crown of Russia stands as a testament to the grandeur of the Russian Empire. Craftsmen and jewelers worked tirelessly to bring to life this crown, and once they were done, the result was a breathtaking masterpiece. The crown is currently on display in the Kremlin Museum in Moscow, and is part of the Diamond Fund collection, which is managed by the Russian Ministry of Finance. Next, we have the Holy Crown of Hungary. The Holy Crown of Hungary, also known as the Crown of Saint Stephen, was a symbol of the Hungarian state for centuries. Before King Stephen died in 1038, he is said to have held the crown aloft and dedicated it to the Virgin Mary. This made the crown holy as well as representing kingly power. In later years, the crown came to be considered a person in its own right, and the kings of Hungary merely ruled in the name of the crown. The crown itself is made of gold and decorated with enamel images of Christ, angels, saints, and kings. The crown is surmounted by a cross, which seems to grow out of the belly of an image of Jesus. The cross sits at an odd angle, and this is thought to have come about when the chest it was stored in was closed too quickly and damaged the crown in the 17th century. It was never repaired. At the end of the Second World War, the crown was handed to American forces in Austria in a black leather satchel to protect it from the Soviets. The crown was taken to America and held in Fort Knox for safety. In 1978, President Carter decided to return the crown to Hungary to encourage the people there to keep working towards freedom. Imperial Crown of the Holy Roman Empire. Confusingly, even though the headpiece is known as Charlemagne's crown, it was made for Otto the Great in the 10th century. Created in the Byzantine style for the Holy Roman Emperor, it showcased a great deal of splendor and magnificence. The imperial crown was used in official coronation until the dissolution of the empire in 1806. It is so old that it has an octagonal shape rather than the more familiar round shape of modern crowns. The crown is made from 8 plates of gold. 4 of the plates have religious images on them. The 4 larger plates are covered in gems. Because the crown was made before it was known how to facet gems, the stones were polished into dome shapes. It is said that the crown was once more impressive than it is today. A gem known as the orphan once sat on its front. But the gem was taken off, and no one knows why the orphan might have been removed from the crown or what happened to it. Next we have crowns of Silla. During the early Middle Ages, parts of the Korean peninsula was ruled by the Silla kingdom. One of the most striking survivors from the long-gone state are a collection of golden and bronze crowns created between the 5th to the 7th century. They were hidden from the elements for centuries in burial grounds, being discovered only by chance in 1921. The crowns are considered masterpieces and some of the most important items of Korean heritage. The kingdom of Silla existed on the Korean peninsula from the 1st century BC to the 10th century AD. While much was known about their history, it was only in the 1920s that the regalia of the kings of Silla began to emerge. The name of the gold crown tomb gives some idea of what was discovered inside. The identity of the king buried there is not known, but what we do know is that he had a magnificent crown. The crown has 3 large branches of gold rising from a central headband and a pair of antlers at the rear. These are decorated with images of fish scales, hearts, birds and dragons. Some jade drops and golden leaves hang from it. Since the discovery of this crown, many others have been found. Most are similarly shaped and decorated. They are unlike anything else seen in ancient Korea, and some think that they may show Iranian and Scythian influences. The Iron Crown. This may be the oldest Christian crown in history, made between the 4th and 5th century. Kept in Monza Cathedral, there is no clear knowledge for whom it was originally created. Some believe that it was commissioned by Saint Helena, mother of Constantine the Great. Holy Roman emperors of later centuries considered it to have been a relic from the kingdom of the Lombards and used it for the coronation of the emperor as king of Italy. Ptolemaic gold diadem. Following the death of Alexander the Great, Egypt was ruled by the great Ptolemaic dynasty. This incredible example of gold craftsmanship belonged most probably to a noblewoman of the ruling dynasty. Created between 220 to 100 BC in Alexandria, it displays typical Greek styles, with the centerpiece being a Heracle's knot. This is it for now. I hope you found this video to be informative and enjoyed it as well. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you so much for watching.